wasn't there, so I don't know. But we've been doing what we can to keep your Expo memories alive on this show in celebration of the 30th anniversary year. Indeed, maybe you caught Miff Warhurst swapping stories on this station a little earlier today. In fact, on this day, 30 years ago, if you were in Brisbane when Expo was up and running, you might have heard a little bit of this.
Dad and Denny saw the passing out parade at Puckapunyal. It was a long march from cadets. The 6th Battalion was the next to turn.
That's right, Red Gum played their epic hit I Was Only 19 for the lucky Expo 88 crowds. Maybe you were there. I'm not sure if Peter Racy was at the Red Gum concert, but he is the World Expo 88 30th Anniversary Committee spokesperson. Pete, g'day.
How is my most favourite ABC presenter?
Oh boy, you say all the right things. How's my most favourite Expo committee spokesperson? You've had a bit of a win, Pete. You've been working pretty hard to preserve some of the memories of Expo, and you've had a bit of a breakthrough. What's going on?
Well, the sad clown, which IBM has had possession of for the last 30 years, that's now in the possession of the Brisbane City Council following their gifting of it to the council to go on public display. The Courier Mail have presented to the Brisbane City Council the American photographer, and that is now in the possession of the Brisbane City Council, or if not, within seconds and minutes away, from what I understand.
It's happening, as we speak, as we go to air, right here, right now?
That's my understanding.
How exciting.
And the big announcement, though, is that the Lord Mayor has announced another funding tranche, and there is to be a new trial developed for art in Brisbane called the Brisbane Event Art Trial and History Marker Trial. And within that $500,000, there is a sum of money to make sure that the clown bending over backwards goes on public display. Now, the clown bending over backwards is a direct result of you and my interview back in January, I think it was.
Yes.
And so you can really, you and Annie, can really take a bow in relation to the saving that particularly wonderful piece. It is quite large. It's about, a good 3.5 metres long with a huge hat on it. And it will be a bit of a challenge to cast into aluminium and then get up on a pole, but the funding's been announced and that will be underway. And there's another special part of that trial, which is another unique bit of Brisbane history, which will be coming back on display, but that's a story for another day.
How about that, though? That's so exciting. We've done it with the help of our devoted listeners as well, because we put the call out. You'd wanted to get as many of those Artbusters statues back as possible. The phone lines rang off the hook, and everyone was sharing tips and stories about where you could locate not only the Artbusters statues, but other bits and pieces of Expo memorabilia, and it's paid off. How brilliant.
All of those ones I've just gone through, the sad clown, the American photographer, and the clown bending over backwards came out indirectly or directly out of the discussion. And so thank you so much, ABC.
Oh, thank you.
And the ABC listeners. Public media profile does wonders sometimes.
It does indeed, and your good hard work as well too, Peter Racy. Thank you so much for the update.
And the last little bit of news is the drover and his mate is also on its way to the Brisbane City Council. It's actually been taken down from the Landcare building at Wollongabba as they start to erect a scaffolding around to demolish that building.
Oh, for the crossroad around. Yep, excellent.
And yesterday I noticed that it had disappeared. It was there on the weekend, disappeared yesterday. And that was also the state government were like cats on a tin roof after our discussion, because that in actual fact was what you and I originally started to talk about, and then it sort of branched off into a larger call to arms as such. So, just a great result. Thank you so much, all of you ABC listeners. Without your help, none of it would have been possible.
And here we are today, ensuring that the memory of Expo 88 lives on. Peter Racy, thank you for your update and your time this afternoon.
Thank you.
How about that? What a win. We will show the world. See, look what you can achieve. Look what we can all achieve when we put our minds to it.